Yo, what's up? Bringing you that MLB The Show 18. So we have the team epics that just got released. We're gonna go over all 30 teams, see what the main rewards are, see what the rewards along the way are, the missions, and pretty much everything we have to do for each team epic. Probably give our thoughts at the end. So let's just go right into the Orioles. You get a Jim Palmer. So for all of these team epics, they give you 30 free cards at the start, so you can do player missions for each one of them. And the reward system is pretty much the same for all of them, so we're not gonna like go through every single one. But you get a stadium, you get a hat, there's another mystery player, you get 2 jerseys, another mystery player, souvenirs. And the Orioles, the main reward is an 87 overall Chris Davis. Has ridiculous power versus righties. Lefty power is not bad, but this is definitely a good card versus right-handed batters. And then you get the Orioles nameplate and a program reward, which could definitely be useful in other things. So just taking a look at the missions, like I said, each player that you get, there's going to be a statistical mission for that. So we're not really going to go over all that. You have to get Baltimore Orioles hitting, and this is the same for every team. You're going to need 500 plate appearances, 50 runs, 20 doubles, 3 triples, 20 home runs, 50 RBIs, and 15 stolen bases. I think that's a lot. I personally think that is a lot for every single team, because 500 total plate appearances is pretty much 20 games. You've got to play 20 games, and if you want to do all 30 team epics, you're looking at 600 games. So this is definitely going to be a big grind. It's good and it's bad, because there's definitely something to do now as far as like grinding for players, but we'll have to see if every single team epic is worth actually doing. And then you got to get Baltimore Orioles pitching, and like I said, this is the same for every single team. So you're going to have to do the same amount of hitting stats for each team and the same amount of pitching stats for each team. But the pitching stats are 200 innings pitched, 12 wins, 160 strikeouts, and 15 saves. So that pretty much is 20 games also. So whatever you do, it's probably going to take around 20 games, maybe a little less for the hitting, but I think it's like 200 innings pitched is like 22 or 23 9-inning games. So it's definitely going to take a while. Then we have a division rival game for each team. You got to play that on all-star difficulty. And then we have an interleague rival. You have to play that on rookie difficulty. What I would do here for all these teams is just look at all the division rivals and play those games on all-star first. Because if you do that, these rookie games should count, and you're pretty much knocking out 2 games at one time. So you're going to want to do that. And then you have a team exchange. You got to exchange baseball autographs. The exchange rate is 1,500, and each baseball right here is 150. There's obviously diamond ones that go for, this one's $825. So it really depends if you want to go the cheap route. I'm pretty sure the silver, or these are common. The common balls are going to be cheaper to do. And what's 150 divided by 1,500? I think that's 10. So you'll need 10 baseballs. And then if you want to do the diamond, you'll need 2 of them. So the common one I believe is cheaper, but it really depends for each team. And then you have to exchange a bobblehead. The exchange rate for that is 3,000, and these are all pretty much the same. 670 for a diamond. A bronze right there, I think that's a bronze, is 310. It might be a silver, I can't even see because I don't have it. And then this is the bronze. This one's 125. That one might be gold for all I know. But 3,000 for the bobbleheads. And then we have to exchange live series players. That is 23K. So that's kind of a lot. That's definitely a lot right there for each team. But for live series exchange, you definitely want to go after bronze players. I think 74 rated players are the best per value. It really depends what silver players are going for, and each team is going to be different. And then that's the last thing right there. So that's what you got to do for each team epic. The epic for the Orioles is Chris Davis. Let's take a look at the Red Sox. The Red Sox is a Carlton Fisk. This one might not be bad. A catcher, 98 contact versus righties. Lefty contact is not bad. Power versus righties is pretty good. Might be a good starting catcher, kind of. I mean, I think it's still a good card overall, but maybe until you get that Gary Carter or the immortal Mike Piazza. I don't know if there's better options besides those other 2 than Carlton Fisk. So I think this is a good catcher to start off with. Now let's look at the Yankees. So I don't know if you guys can. I mean, you guys can see who the starting player is. That's Luis Severino. but we got Jason Giambi, so he has pretty good power numbers versus righties. His power versus lefties is not bad. 125 discipline, which I don't think discipline really matters online. I think that affects like check swinging, so that's really whatever. His fielding stats are okay, kind of low speed, but definitely big time power numbers versus righties. Now, though, Tampa Bay Rays, you get a John Jaso, and then David Price, so an 86 diamond, 97 stamina, 78 hit per 9, 81 K per 9, 69 walk per 9, so he definitely has some solid numbers, some good pitches, a 96 mile per hour, 2-seam fastball, which is not bad, and a 4-seam fastball, good off-speed pitches, so David Price might be a solid option for a starting pitcher, a nice lefty right there. For the Blue Jays, we have an Eric Thames, and then we have Aaron Hill, so a goal player. For the amount of stuff we have to do for all these team epics, I think they kind of dropped the ball by having gold players as the final rewards. Honestly, I think each reward should have been a diamond player, and I don't know if this makes sense, but like I don't think any of these guys, the mystery players, will be diamonds if the final reward is a gold. It doesn't really make sense to have a gold and then diamonds as mystery players. Maybe it will happen for some of these team epics, but I feel like each team epic should have had a diamond final reward. For the White Sox, we get a Luis Aparicio, 87 overall, so he has pretty high vision at 115, great fielding stats, contact numbers are kind of low, doesn't have power, so you're pretty much getting him for his fielding, his speed, and I guess his vision, because I wouldn't even consider him that great of a contact hitter, but it's definitely a great fielding card. Don't know if it's really worth going after. For the Indians, we have Omar Vizquel, 89 overall, so he has great vision at 100, great contact numbers at 96 and 96, and also great fielding. So this card is definitely much better than the Luis Aparicio because he has actual good contact numbers. His speed is not bad either. So this can definitely be a solid option for a shortstop. Then the Tigers, we have Edwin Jackson right there. And then Victor Martinez, an 89 overall. This card was pretty nice last year. Has first base and catcher for the secondary. Has crazy contact numbers. 94 versus righties, 114 versus lefties. His power numbers versus lefties is pretty nice at 95. And then 103 vision. So hitting wise, this card looks pretty good. Fielding wise, it's okay. I mean, if you put him behind the plate, I think he should do fine. And then, obviously, the speed is kind of low. But this Victor Martinez card definitely looks pretty nice. Then for the Royals, we got Mike Moustakas there. And then we have an 84 George Brett. So a gold card. Would have been nice to get a diamond George Brett for sure. But he has good contact numbers at 89 and 86. 112 vision. So that is pretty nice right there. His fielding stats are not bad. 74 fielding, 74 arm strength, 68 speed. Third base, shortstop, secondary. So, a nice breakout card for a gold, but like I was saying, each final reward should have been a diamond. Now, the Twins, you get a Danny Valencia, and then the final reward is a Francisco Liriano, 87 overall lefty, 86 stamina, 82 hit per 9, 92 K per 9, 61 walk per 9. Got the 88 slider, 95 4-seam, 95 2-seam, and the 83 changeup. So, I want to say this card would be good, but he does have kind of a slow motion, so when runners are on base, it's kind of easy to steal on him. But other than that, it definitely looks like a solid pitching card. And this was a rookie card too. He's pretty nice his rookie year. For the Angels, we get a Jim Edmonds, and then we get a Troy Percival, 85 overall. So our first closing pitcher in these team epics. 96 hit per 9, 110 K per 9, 52 walk per 9. Got the 4-seam fastball at 96. And then a 79 mile per hour, 12-6 curve, and 81 changeup. So great off speed right there, and great variation from the 96 down to a 79. Hopefully, he'll be tough to hit. You know, that's what you want from a closing pitcher, for him to be tough to hit. So this could definitely be a nice closing card. 2002 postseason. For the A's, we get a Carlos Gonzalez, and then we have a 85 overall Jim Hunter, Catfish Hunter. 108 stamina, 77 hit per 9, 58 K per 9, 91 walk per 9. So that walk per 9 number is pretty good. Hit per 9's not bad. K per 9's kind of low. Got a good fastball at 91. Decent. Got the slider, changeup, and curveball, so he has some nice off-speed pitches right there. But an 85 overall Jim Hunter for the A's. Then for the Mariners, we get Ketel Marte, which is actually not bad. I like that 75 right there. And then the main reward is a legend, Jay Buhner. So this one is pretty nice. 86 overall, 66 contact versus righties, 62 versus lefties, 103 power versus righties, and 90 versus lefties. And then he has 54 vision. So vision is kind of low, but he definitely has some nice power numbers. And this is the first time having Jay Buhner in the game, so that's pretty dope. Probably actually the one that I'm most looking forward to getting, just because he's a new legend, or a newer legend in the game. And it's a diamond, so this card is definitely pretty dope. Has 77 fielding, 95 arm strength, 82 arm accuracy. So fielding numbers are pretty good, and then 43 speed. But definitely one that I want to get. Jay Buhner looks like a pretty nice card to have. And then for the Rangers, we get a Derek Holland, 76 overall. And then a Mike Napoli. I actually think this card is pretty good. 84 contact versus righties, 84 versus lefties, 92 power versus righties, and 91 versus lefties. 57 vision, has 64 fielding, 62 arm strength, 69 arm accuracy, 74 blocking. I don't know. I actually think I might prefer Mike Napoli over Carlton Fisk. I actually really liked this card last year, the Mike Napoli. So I might be taking Napoli over Carlton Fisk. I think this is definitely a solid card for a Team Epic. Now on to the Astros. We get a rookie Jose Altuve. And then we get a Hunter Pence, 84 overall. Has good contact numbers. Power numbers are alright. 69 vision. Fielding numbers are pretty good. So this Hunter Pence is not bad. I think they could have done better with the Astros and maybe get a diamond out there. But for a gold card, I don't think it's bad at all. Now on to the Braves, the National League. We have a Bruce Sutter, 70 overall. And then we have Warren Spahn, an 83 overall. Has 93 stamina, 77 hit per 9, 76 K per 9, 69 walk per 9. So those numbers are pretty good. Got the 95 fastball, 81 curveball, 83 changeup, and 91 sinker. So I actually like Warren Spahn, but he does have a really slow motion. So it's kind of tough to pitch with him, especially online. Just in general, actually, it's kind of tough to pitch with him. But he definitely has some good stuff. And I think they should have got the diamond out there instead of the gold. But it still should be a pretty good card if you can handle that slow motion that he has. Now on to the Marlins. We have a 74 Marcell Ozuna. And then we have an 84 Dee Gordon. So this card, not bad. This is probably one of the better golds, especially that we've seen so far. So 98 contact versus righties, 109 versus lefties, has 84 vision. So those three numbers right there are pretty good. His power numbers are definitely low. Has 85 fielding, which is not bad. 52 arm strength. I feel like his arm strength should definitely be higher. Maybe not for this because it's a flashback card, but for his live series, they definitely can improve that. And then 95 speed. So definitely a great option right here for the Marlins and Dee Gordon. Now on to the Nationals. We get an Anthony Rendon. And then a Jordan Zimmermann, 85 overall, has 92 stamina, 72 hit per 9, 67 K per 9, 92 walk per 9. So that walk per 9 number is pretty good. And then fastball at 94 is not bad. Got the 79 12-6 curve. So good difference right there. And then the slider and circle change up. So Jordan Zimmermann's not bad. It's okay. It's okay. On to the Mets. We get Justin Turner. And then we get a 82 overall Keith Hernandez. So another new legend in the game. Has 89 contact versus righties, 90 versus lefties, 90 vision. So those three numbers are definitely solid. Has 92 fielding, 73 arm strength, 77 arm accuracy, 42 speed. So first base, not a bad card. Not a bad card at all. Maybe could have been better for the Mets. Like I was saying earlier, like gold players I don't think should have been the final rewards. Like this could have been a nice mystery reward for the Mets, but that is who we get for the Mets. On to the Phillies, we get a rookie Vance Worley, which is a 78 overall. That's not bad at all. And then an 83 overall Jayson Werth. That's all right. That's all right. 84 contact versus righties, 78 versus lefties. Power numbers are pretty much the same. 54 vision's kind of low. Fielding is okay. It's pretty much same as last year. Pretty much same as last year. For the Cubs, we got Ryan Sandberg, 77 overall. And then we get a Matt Garza flashback card. Another gold one. 91 stamina, 67 hit per 9, 79 K per 9. 66 walk per nine. Got good pitches for sure. Fastball, slider, two seam, 12-6, and changeup. Nice differential with the fastball and a 12-6 curve. So he definitely could be a solid option for a goal pitcher. Not a bad card at all. Then on to the Reds, we get a 72 overall Tony Perez. And then we get a 88 overall Johnny Cueto. So this one is definitely pretty nice. 101 stamina, 88 hit per 9, 80 K per 9, 70 walk per 9. So hit per 9 and K per 9 numbers are definitely very good. Got the fastball, cutter, two seam, changeup, and slider. So definitely has some nice pitches. Tops out at 94, which means he probably tops out at like 96. And that's not bad. Not bad at all. I think he has some solid off-speed pitches. So for a starting pitcher, definitely should be a good card for sure. On to the Brewers. We have Lorenzo Cain, 76 overall rookie. And then we have a 85 overall Carlos Gomez. So he has some pretty nice contact numbers. Definitely pretty good versus lefties at 92. And then great power versus lefties at 81. So good versus lefties overall. 52 vision. Has great fielding stats. Good speed. Definitely a solid option for the outfield. Not a bad diamond right here. For the Pirates, we have a 70 overall Jeff Locke. And then we have an 88 overall Bill Mazeroski. So a new legend. Pretty nice to have a new one right here. Has 71 contact versus righties, 97 versus lefties, 69 power versus righties, and 49 versus lefties with 98 vision. So good contact numbers. Power is not bad versus righties. Great vision. 93 fielding. Actually, he has diamond fielding. So solid option at second base for fielding. Speed's kind of low. But I actually think this could be a good card. I think this could be a good card for his contact and his fielding. Now on to the Cardinals. We have a 78 overall Yadier Molina. And then we have 89 overall Ozzie Smith. So switch hitter, shortstop. Got 101 contact versus righty, so that's pretty nice. 117 vision. His other contact versus lefties is not really that good. It's okay. Low power, but he has amazing fielding stats. So pretty much known for his fielding. 87 speed. Definitely should be pretty good in the infield for a shortstop. So I think this is a good card. On to the Diamondbacks. We have a 72 overall Josh Kalmenter. And then we have a 87 overall Steve Finley. So he has pretty good contact numbers, good power numbers at 80 and 87. And then 81 vision, has 86 fielding. So he's good in the outfield also. This is not a bad card. Used him last year. Thought he was pretty good. 87 overall. Not bad for the Diamondbacks. For the Rockies, we have a 68 overall Charlie Blackmon. And then we have a 83 overall Ubaldo Jimenez. So this card is pretty nice. 96 stamina, 86 hit per 9, 81 K per 9, 47 walk per 9. So that's kind of tough right there, the walk per 9. Because it messes with his control a little bit, making it a little bit more difficult to pitch with him. But he has that 96 fastball, the slider, splitter, and a 79 curveball. So he definitely has some nice pitches. If you can get over that control, he should be pretty nice for a starting pitcher. Now on to the Dodgers. We have a 71 overall Clayton Kershaw. And then we have a 86 overall Steve Garvey. 97 contact versus righties, 83 versus lefties, 51 power versus righties, and 70 versus lefties, 94 vision. Got pretty good fielding stats. Can play first base. So contact numbers are good. Vision's pretty good. Should be a good option. Definitely better versus lefties. Then for the Padres, we have a 78 overall Andrew Cashner. And then we have an 85 overall Chase Headley. Has 82 contact versus righties, 67 versus lefties. Power numbers are pretty good at 71 and 81, 57 vision. Good fielding stats for sure. So 85 overall Chase Headley for the Padres. And then the last one, the Giants. We have a 76 overall Santiago Casilla. And then we have an 88 overall Will Clark. Has 104 contact versus righties, 95 versus lefties. Power numbers are kind of low. Vision's alright at 77. And fielding is not bad. So those are the team epics. I didn't really go over the missions because each player you're going to have to do certain statistics with. That's always going to change. But like I said, these hitting stats and pitching stats are the same. Then you're going to have to play those two games, the division rival and the interleague rival. Recommend playing them on All-Star just so you can get those division rival ones out of the way. And I'm pretty sure you're going to play some teams twice, so you'll be able to knock these out like 2 at a time. Maybe some teams you play them more than one time, so It's definitely going to be easier if you start playing them on All-Star, get those maybe hard games out of the way, and then you can just focus on rookie. And then you got the exchange rates. Those are all the same for all the teams. So my honest opinion, I don't know. Like I was saying, I feel like each reward should have been a diamond. I feel like that would have been much better. It really depends what some of these mystery rewards are along the way for these team epics. But I'm like 50-50. I feel like last year, the team epics were much easier to do. You just had to play 5 games, do some statistical missions, but you also had to collect every single player from the collection. So that's what was pretty much more difficult last year, is that you had to collect each player. So it's definitely cheaper this year around because you don't have to do that. And you just got to play a lot more games. You got to play 20 games pretty much for each team. That's where it kind of gets more difficult, more grindy. And I'm not really sure how I feel about that because some of the rewards I don't think are worth it. I don't really think some of these rewards are worth it to be playing 20 plus games with each team. Then again, these stats are pretty much accumulating throughout the rest of the year because whenever you have one of these players on your team, you're going to be getting stats. So that's the one good thing, whether you're playing Conquest, Battle Royale, Ranked Seasons versus CPU, events, you're going to be accumulating stats for these. So you're going to be getting progress done no matter what you do. For most of these, I probably would play versus CPU. I mean, obviously you're going to be grinding Ranked Seasons, you're going to be grinding events, Battle Royale, you know, whatever you like to play, you're going to be getting that progress along the way. But versus CPU, you definitely can just get things done much quicker. It might be more boring doing it that way, but like when I play versus CPU, I'm normally watching a TV show on the side, so I'm not really that bored. Don't really have to focus that much on the game. So that's what I would recommend, is playing most of these on or versus the CPU, trying to get those out of the way. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. The team epics, I think they're good. There's definitely a lot to do. And just looking really quick, it seems like you don't really get that much stubs. You don't really get that much stubs. You get like 2,000, it seems like 2,250 for each team if it's the same for each team. So I think that's kind of low, but you do get the jerseys along the way. You do get some hats, stadiums, and maybe these souvenirs can get you some bobbleheads or just other stuff that you might need. So it really depends for some of these team epics what the mystery rewards are. If I were to choose which ones to actually go for, like the best team epics, the Chris Davis is not bad, the Fisk is not bad, Giambi's not bad, David Price might not be bad, Victor Martinez looked pretty good, Troy Percival, Jay Buhner, we got Mike Napoli, I think that was a solid one, Dee Gordon, and then Johnny Cueto was not bad. The Mazeroski, just because he's a new legend, just want to try him out, so I would go after him. I'm not necessarily saying like that was the best option, but would be nice to try him out. And I feel like that's it. For cards that I would actually go after and want to try. I mean, we're going to get them all done eventually, but I think those teams that I mentioned are the ones that I'm going to focus on first, just because I feel like those are the best options. And maybe like that Ubaldo Jimenez for a starting pitcher, but the rest of them are just all right. Some solid diamonds definitely for most of these teams, but the gold ones for the team epics, like the team epics that have golds, I feel like that was a bit underwhelming. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what team epics that you're going to be going after and what you guys think about this overall, like the whole system for the team epics. But that is going to do it for this one. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm out.